There it is. The game. We're here. Probably earlier than a lot of people. I see one viewer, which is Poggers. I know. A minute in and I'm already pogging. Um, but yeah, I've been playing this game a lot. I know I'm probably starting a little bit early, but I'm not gonna go straight to the last mountain. It's been a couple days since I last played, so just like to warm up, I'm gonna do some other stuff first, and also to show off. A little bit of both. A little bit of both. I actually did not go into this thinking about which one I wanted to do, so I'm just gonna do a few and hope that I have improved a lot. And there's Scrub. Hi. Welcome to chat and thank you for being first, even if you didn't say first. But as I was just saying, fuck. I'm just gonna redo some of the early ones to get my head back in the game. I just accidentally hit the fucking bird, but well, that's like the fourth climb in the entire game. That was probably a terrible time, but yeah, whatever. And also, just as another thing that I'm doing, I've played the entire game up to this point without like using any of the items for the actual purpose of climbing. I've used them a little bit to like show friends just like what it is, but oh, I personally think that the first joke is really funny, but I know that it's almost nothing. I just think it's epic, and nobody can say I'm wrong for that. Or I mean, you probably can say I'm wrong for it, but I'll live by my side. Um, but yeah, so I would assume that for my place in the game to because I've made it to the final mountain, and so I would assume that along that journey somewhere, hopefully I learned how to play the game good. So like I've never like I watched one streamer play this game because I was like, "Oh, this looks super fucking cool." And then I was like, "Okay, I want to play this shit." And so then I played it myself instead. So I don't have much experience of what other people do, so I might just like be garbage, but I've made it a decent amount of the way into the game at the very least. And like just as like comparison, I think this climb is like 100 meters or less than that, which I'm also not like dedicated to finishing this because I've done it before. It's just to get my head in the game, like High School Musical. High School Musical, it's musical, but there's a couple of mechanics where like if you hold spacebar, you'll kind of try to lift yourself up like this, and if you get control, you'll do a jump with your legs, and you want to like do all of that along with like mouse swings to just launch yourself up the mountain. And like in some of these early things, it feels like you're just straight up cheating, like just jumping all the way up. But I can confirm by the later points in the game, it gets really hard. Um, and like some of these cheaty feeling techniques are demanded of you. I think I'm gonna do one more and make it sort of a beefy climb, and then we're gonna go start working on the monster itself because it just sounds kind of cool like that. Man, let's just do this one. But as you can see, I need you to be number one in the world. That's not happening. Like maybe in the far future, but I've shoved almost 30 hours into this game already, and I haven't even made it halfway up the final mountain. Like it gets so much harder. All of this is like easy baby work. Cool. It's just still a little scary. But you'll also see that through a lot of this, I am wiggling my hands and practically begging for uppies. And that's just because when you go and like when you reach your hands out, your character just gets a little bit extra momentum just as like a quirk of the system, and it's really useful for being good at the game. So you will notice me fucking begging for uppies the entire game, and it'll never stop. That wasn't close at all. Right, let me up. Let me up. I don't want to climb the normal way. Let me up. Let me up. Yeah. Okay. That's enough. That's enough practice. I think we're ready for something bigger, something better. I didn't look at how tall this mountain is, but this is like nothing. You can see the top from the bottom, and that's just not how the game continues to be. Because what even is fun? We'd rather not have that at all. And also, just as another consequence of no items, this right here, the little red bag on the side, that is an item that lets you save halfway up the mountain and like quit out and come back later, and I am purposefully ignoring it despite it being completely and totally accessible, because that's just how it is. And also, you might be able to tell that looking up, you can't really see the top at all, and like you can't even really make out too much of what's even up there. Like I've climbed the mountain, and looking at it, I'm like, this part that my cursor is on right now is familiar because it's almost 500 meters tall, and that's how small it looks because it's just so far away. So that's just a little bit of scale for this. And there's also going to be some corpses around, but that's just how it's just how it goes. In the lore, this is an unconquered mountain, and they're trying very hard to show us just how unconquered it is. But of course, I know people in real life have done this, but at least for me, because I'm trying to separate myself from the community until I win, I feel like I'm doing a great job. Like, I have just been doing pretty good so far, but also, of course, since I am not doing any ropes and not doing any items at all, I have fallen down to the start quite a bit, but ain't gonna let that stop me. And this climb is 7,500 meters tall, if I remember, and I have made it a little bit past the 3,000 meter mark. So like this is a grind, and I believe it took me like half an hour of climbing to get up there. Of course, the more that I'm playing, the more that I fuck up. Uh, I can't believe that talking makes video games harder. Who invented that? But yeah, there is a lot of mountain here, and because of that little incident that we just had, there may be a lot of parts when we get higher up that I am not exactly confident on to do while I'm saying words, but I just have to hope that the cool gameplay does enough for me. Because it is impressive, like, it takes a lot of practice to get this. Talking is a streamer's worst nightmare? Exactly. You know what's up. God forbid I do the thing that I'm here to do. This jump kills so many of my runs, but I got it first try there. Oh, and there is our first corpse on the left. Sorry, I need to focus on not falling. And I fall anyway, because I'm epic, and then I mess up my hands. Please don't kill me. Yay. Let me climb. Like, I know it's the streamer jitters, but I am usually a lot more consistent at this part. Okay, there we go. But yeah, that's him. His name is Richard, I believe. And we're gonna see a lot more of them, but this is the first and lowest one. And just to like show some scale, we're about 300 meters up right now, which is kind of just nothing. Like, of course, it is impressive to have gotten this far, but like the game always demands more. That was really close. Oh, but I also feel like eventually I'm gonna have to put up music. If I fall all the way to the bottom again, I think I'm gonna start putting on music of some sort. But I want the first one to be raw. I want it to feel right and just how it should be. And also, like, this, what I'm doing right here is a bit of a skip. You're normally supposed to go down there, and it takes forever. So I'm not doing that. And as far as I know, like, I know other streamers and, like, people who speedrun the game definitely know about this, but I discovered it myself as far as I'm concerned, so I'm proud of that, because it saves a lot of trial and error. especially with no items at all. And I guess I should also explain that when you get to the final two climbs in the game, it's like, hey, here you go. Here's some ice picks. And then ice is introduced very, very suddenly. And I believe that normally it's just bound to like 1 and 2 on your keyboard for like switching your hands. So I changed that to my side mouse buttons and have been living a better life because of it. But it's still really hard because some of the jumps will expect you to sort of switch between them really fast. Or, I mean, not necessarily fast, but like, since I've been here 100 hours, I mean, like 20, uh, it feels like I want to always go a little bit faster than last time to keep a portion of my sanity. Oh. And this isn't a new mechanic, but it's new on this mountain that we've seen here, where there's sometimes just like obstacles directly in the way that you're supposed to go, but these things of ice at least give way very easily. And we're about to come up on one of the first of many very scary jumps. It's right here. We need to go to that, well, that hole right over there. Being on 1 and 2 sounds like a nightmare. Yeah, I like as soon as I saw it, I changed it immediately. Um, but yeah, this is scary because if you fall, you're like all the way to back down there, and where my mouse is where like the skip puts you off. So it's not a terrible fall, but it is still like when this is your first time, like it gives you so many jitters. And that's something that like if on camera I get to higher parts of the mountain, we will very much see. And this is another skip. I usually don't do this one because re-entry is kind of hard, but like I said before, I feel every single need ever to try and cut off a little bit of time from it. Having the timer on is truly painful for me, and I've definitely fallen right here a lot just because re-entering, but practice makes perfect, you see. I'm honestly really happy that I didn't do my first like couple runs of this on camera, because I feel like I've improved so much, and I know like part of the fun of watching a streamer is watching them get better, which will still happen, but I'm just happy that I get to show off more than like a tenth of the game, you know? Oh shit. How far am I? Oh, this is all the way to the bottom. Okay, so time to put on some music. After I'm done falling, of course. You should play Jump King on stream. I don't know if Jump King sounds fun to me. Like, just the fact that it's basically a rhythm game is really hard. I know this game is also kind of a rhythm game, but there's a lot more agency in this. And let me go put on some tunes because we need it. And honestly, since I just took a break from streaming and it's not like I make much money from streaming anyway, I'm just gonna like shuffle my liked playlist because that's what we need right now. And I'm also going to do a little bit of capturing. Cause sorry, this is on the spot. I have to figure it out again. Can I do how do you Yeah, there we go. Then if we add a little U and we do that, it's really big. But we're just gonna have this in the corner so that we know what we're doing. Okay. But yeah, I'm not exactly into these kinds of games to like rage. I am kind of interested in Pogo Stuck because, like I said, it feels like you have a lot more agency because there's more than just like the jump button. But of course, as a streamer, I can't exactly shy away from streamer games. And it's not like I dislike them. I mean, I've played Getting Over It tons. And I'm sure to play this game a ton, and there's no way that I get out of this without, like, Stockholm Syndrome for hard games. and then it's just gonna be my entire content creation life will just turn into playing really hard games. Fuck. Not that far of a fall. Ooh. Yeah, and I've seen other people play Jump King, and there's honestly some really funny stuff. Like in, I believe it's the second DLC. It starts you like a little bit of the ways into the map, but in an area where if you fall all the way, or like if you fall all the way to the bottom, and it's just so like it's so cursed, but I love it as somebody who's like into games that suck for the player. Because it's just like I imagining the stress of being like, oh no, I'm lower than I ever thought I could be before. Is I just, it sounds enviable. I let go. Why did I do that? All right, the time to reset the timer. Cool. At least I have my tunes. Cool. And I know I went on a break, but I'm honestly kind of shocked at the amount of followers I lost. Like, I didn't think many people even cared about, like, trimming their follower list. But that's how it goes. Not anything to complain about. I just noticed because I was setting up the stream and paying attention to it because it's been a while. But it kind of makes sense because a lot of streaming is, like, people want it consistently. And I am not consistent yet, but I just think that it makes games a lot more tolerable to, like, have a camera on and be like, I am trying to do this task. Even if eventually I just get clowned on for my music taste. I don't know why I changed to hands there. That was just kind of dumb. Oh. Yeah, I believe that I was just over the, like, 150 mark, and currently, as of the last time I looked at it, it's at, like, why did that not work? It's at 115, which, like, whatever. Just means that they don't like me, and I'm okay with that. Like, I totally get only paying attention to content you like. Content creators not putting out content is full reason to not pay attention to them. If anything, I'm just happy for the people that didn't. Rare streamer optimist arc. Woof. This part that I'm on, like that current hold that I just messed up on, I feel like this is a really stressful part of the game. Just like, because it's early on and it's kind of unpredictable. Not like super, but the fact that it's just hanging over the edge and I know that I have nothing to do, or I can do nothing to help myself if I fall, is just always a little spooky. But I am kind of hoping that by playing a cool hard game that, like, it'll kind of get me in the mood of playing a lot, and maybe hopefully viewers will come with that. I mean, I know most of my popularity came from playing Rain World, which is a very similar, just like excessively hard video game that's kind of fun to watch because you don't really want to play it yourself. And like, I'm perfectly fine being the guy to play it. Oh, I also just realized that I should move this because the corner that it was in is where, like, on some of the holds you have like a longer time limit. Why did that not stick? That will show up in the bottom left corner, and I was covering that because I'm smart. At least I caught it early on. Early on, as in 20 minutes of still being at the start. I feel like it'd be kind of fun to just have a chat being like, woo, level 1 again. We love seeing the bottom of the mountain. But that's wishful thinking, and I know that. Don't worry, I'll just make a YouTube video of all my epic parts, and then people will be like, whoa! Because YouTube is a lot better at, like, letting people find out that you exist. Just means that I have to put on my big boy pants and edit. As I'm sitting here with, like, 5 half-finished editing projects. Oh my goodness, I suck. I'm bad. But I do suppose that this is also just kind of like watching somebody speedrun if they were good at the game. Not that I'm doing like terribly, but I know that I'm not excelling, and it makes me want to be better, which is kind of a lot of why I think these excessively hard games are cool, because them being hard is kind of motivation in itself for me to play more of it. Oh, also, I think that the music is really quiet, so I'm going to turn that up a little bit so that y'all can enjoy it as well. There is that. Let me know if it's too loud or anything. And also staring at Discord. Muhahaha. Editing is the fun part. It's the fact that you have to start editing that sucks. Yeah. Like, once I'm like there in the groove of it, it's not that bad. But when I'm staring at my like files, it's just like, eh. But at least there's part of it where like all of my content at this moment is a decent bit old, so it's not like, oh, I'm just staring at what I just said yesterday. It's I have room to have forgotten some of it, so I might be entertained by myself. Or maybe that's a unique way to look at it. I know at least like, oh, okay, please. No! Okay, I'm not panicking, you're panicking. And that's what the music is for the times where I panic and I'm like, oh man, words are so hard right now. I can't wait to get like the most copyright strikes ever. I guess that means that like it would suck a little bit to try and put it on YouTube, but I'm not like butthurt about that. I just want to have stream on and play video game, man. It's not like I'm making money from it anyway. And if the VOD is just 6 hours of silence, I'm not streaming for 6 hours. Then that's how it is. For the sake of my sanity, that's just the way it has to go. Also, not to be that guy, but woot woot, more viewers means that people care. Thank you. Means a lot to me. I know it's just a number on my screen, but I try to be happy with it. Ooh, why did I change my hands again? The hardest part of this game is the battle with your own mind. Because it's always, every single time, I want to, like, do better than I've ever done before. And I've managed to forget in the moment, every single time, that to do better than before, you need to, like, improve. And not just try harder. But we are making a decent amount of progress here. Once we get to a good stopping point, I will check our height, just because I think it's really fun to know how high I am up the mountain, so I figure that at least somebody out there would also like that. And I just have to hope that my music taste doesn't scare the hoes. That's all that matters. Oh. And I'm gonna be... I might be quiet for a little bit, just because we're getting up to one of my least consistent parts that I've lost a lot of runs to. Where I don't think that it is forced, but... You see those Richards? You gotta... Or at least, like, the way that I have practiced to play this game... You gotta grab them mid-air, which is like a completely new feeling in this game. That is like just none of the other mountains have this, and grasping for a hold that is in the middle of the air with that below you is kind of just like, so even if it doesn't look too hard, I'm still like all of the scary parts of the mountain wear on you, and you sort of get to a point where you're like halfway up. And it's just like, oh man, I had this many close calls at this many things all the way up. But so far I'm kind of performing, which is cool. So I'm going to say after I get past this section, I'm going to show you all the height. Just because this jump right here that I am currently on is really painful and I messed it up already. No! No! Pain. Oh, the viewers left. I scared the hose. So yeah, we made it up to 1,500 meters, which is cool. But, of course, we have to do better. I believe that is a fifth up the mountain, something like that. Oh, oh no, I'm ass. Oh no, I'm ass. No! This is traumatizing. Oh, man, that's all the way to the bottom. Okay. That's just how it goes. It means that I get to play the beginning again. Let's go. I honestly, I think the main thing that I wish is for it to take less long for you to fall all the way to the bottom, because there's a few very distinct, like, tells that I can just stare at and be like, yeah, I'm not making it out of this. But not like that has stopped me before. Honestly, I want to change the vibes real quick. It just has to happen. We need cooler music. And by cooler music, I mean I'm just gonna play an album. There we go. Epic. This is one of my favorite video game soundtracks, so it'll obviously mean that I perform really well. Oh, man. Life is funny. I don't even know what to say after that, man. It's just like unintentional clippable moment. You ever sneeze so hard your headphones fall off? I have. Not like on stream or anything, but that's definitely occurred. I feel like consistent headphone users would relate to a lot. And I'm definitely a consistent headphone user. Ugh. There we go. I actually made the jump that time. Let's go! I am honestly, like, kind of scared that I'm just gonna not, like, be good enough, but that's also in my mindset, like, fuck, I want to try twice as hard because of that. Like, because if I set my mind to it and I actually do it, then it's gonna be really heckin' cool, and I'm gonna be really proud of myself. But who knows? Who knows if that'll happen? Because, I mean, halfway up is just so far away. And I know for a fact, because I've watched other people play, that, like, it only gets harder. So, it's, well, I'm gonna have some hours. I wonder why that didn't work the same as it usually does. Why? Why can I not stand on the rock? I know that there hasn't been an update. Thank you. And then I mess it up anyway. Please. Why? I swear, one day we'll get up the mountain. It's gonna happen. Just don't mind me quietly messing up and flubbing a lot. 'Tis exclusively how it goes. Thank you. Then I believe I did that really nicely. Yeah. I think that hold right before the one that I was on just then, yeah, is really just quite useless. I don't know why I even tried using it that time. I've never used it before, and I didn't gain anything from using it. I feel like the game does a very good job of, like, molding in a hard part along with the easy part. Like, there's a lot of skips where it's like, okay, the devs had to have seen that. There's no way that they didn't. And that feels really, really cool, because it's like especially with the bigger mountains that you fall down a lot, it's like you start off and you're like, okay, I'm gonna do the safe route, and just like how it is put together, and then after a while you're like, I am so sick of everything, let me do something else than this right now. anything to get slightly different stimulation. Well, and I do have good news that, like, once we make it up to about 1,700 meters, there is a really good area for, like, catching your falls. So it gets, for a while, hard to fall down to the actual bottom. So there is, like, a period of safety where you are guaranteed tries to succeed. Well, I'm honestly just getting back to being used to being on camera. That's just how it goes. Please, please, please. That didn't work. I can't believe the music is going crazy when I'm not going crazy. That was kind of sick. Okay. Let me at him. Yeah. That's definitely... that jump to that hold is always a hold your breath moment. I don't know why. It's just so scary. And I don't even feel like I've failed it that much, even in my history off camera. It's just such, like... yeah, I guess it was a traumatizing jump. It scared the bejeebus out of me. I guess it is, like, one of the first... yeah, we still can't see the top of the mountain, by the way, even though we're this high up. It is one of the first, like, really rough maps... or, sorry, really rough jumps that's like, oh, I'm fully aware of how, like, fragile this moment is. And the, like, paper tape that's keeping it together. Especially when you get, like... into a long play session and you're like, all right, I've been doing stressful moments for a couple hours now and my hands are just super sweaty, and now on top of the scariness there is like very real, just like mechanical slip-ups. Please. Thank you. Everything I ever asked for. Except maybe that jump I shouldn't have done. Okay, cool music has set in. I need to perform. That's just the rule. That's always the rule. Even if you're not a streamer, that's the rule. I feel like, theoretically, in that section, you can totally just, like, jump from the first one to the last one. But I have no idea if it's, like... easy, because every single time I'm just like I'm just terrified because it's another spooky jump that has a very real fall. Oh, that might have been a mistake. Yeah, how bad of a mistake? Ooh, not a terrible mistake. Okay, that might have been a lot worse. We're fine. This really is just Panic Over and Over Simulator. They should have named it that, because that's totally a real good name. Because it's, like, my worry with jumping straight to the last one there is almost entirely just scaring me with these jumps, dog. That's just how it goes, man. I've in the one streamer that I watched play this, his chat started calling it Chat Heart Attack Simulator. Which is so apt and correct. Just you wait till I get to the parts that, like, require me to do death-defying jump after death-defying jump. Because these are all still, like, relatively recoverable. And there's the section that is, like, my PB is right in the smack middle of it. Where, unless you fall, like, next to the platform, like next to the place that you jump off of, like you just won't be able to save yourself, and you're like minimum down to the like 2,000 meter-ish checkpoint area. So it is just rough after rough. It does not calm down. And I'll make sure to always look down for chat's sake, because we know that you like it. That jump was probably a little risky, but it worked, so... I feel like I always kind of play the pussy on these jumps. Just because I'm really scared of making that fall. And that's one of many nervous laughters that will happen. So that's just, this whole game is full of nervous moments, as I've been saying on repeat for 36 minutes now. Not to shame my content, because I still am, like, despite the context of my words, I am still saying words, which is impressive enough. Just, yeah, remember chat, don't look down. Ever. I really can't wait till I get to the final part of this and I can do the don't look down bit and just have it be like something crazy. That's a new PB on stream, by the way. So yeah, our current height is slightly over 1,500 meters. So we are making it. That's not how arms work. Whatever just happened there is not how the human body functions. Whatever's going on with me, I must be at least part machine. Although, also to be fair, with the amount of 100% fatal falls that I've been taking, that's also reason enough that the MC is inhuman. Alright. Just another very scary one. Any of those where it's like, I demand that you switch between your axes in your hands really fast is just rough. Like, it just hurts the mental. Just because of the demand. But I guess that is a lot of this game. Just demand that you learn something new or you don't get to play the game anymore. Or at least you don't get to make progression anymore. I'm gonna go a little bit lower. Boop. This song is epic. Oh, and I believe that what I'm seeing right there is the beloved 2,000 meter ice wall. If I can get to it. But yeah, this is our next great checkpoint. Just because of the fact that if you fall past it at all, you can just kind of catch yourself anywhere. And, like, I would assume that it's sort of meant as, like, a rest section, but it does have these boulders that really, like, because of what I just said, they aren't much of a threat at all, because look at that, I got hit, and now I'm safe. And then I got hit, and now I'm safe. So it's, like, you really are not gonna lose much of anything to those boulders. And especially because there are concave parts, like right there, where they just sail over you breathlessly. Oh. And you'll see on my right about, oh man, the camera. About there is one of my least favorite jumps that I've encountered so far. You need to swing yourself up to the, like, flat surface, then jump off the wall with your leg kick, and turn around. And while you're doing that, switch to your axes and grab the ice block that is above it. So, like, I'm so glad that the 2,000 meter ice wall is there. Just to give me some hope after failing this jump 200 million times in a row. But this is a very scary one. Like, and I can't even sugarcoat it at all because it's genuinely terrifying and I've fallen to it so many times. Let's go, first try. Hell yeah. Nothing can challenge me, the streamer. Except maybe that. Okay, no, we're fine. Why did I not leg jump there? Game is eating my inputs, apparently. Why? It's just not giving me this. I'm pressing the buttons, I swear. Give me it. Why? I almost just fell. Can I, like, stand on it? No. And then that time I just got more air. Amazing. I just assume that I did something consciously to play better. Yeah, don't look down, by the way. Cool. Alright. And this part just kind of looks really scary. It's not, like, the jumps on it aren't too bad. It's just sort of that, you know? I feel like a lot of the mid to late tier of this game is just sort of, just forever perpetually terrified. That's just the way of the world. Oh. And there is an ice block over there, but I just quite honestly don't trust myself with it. So, I'm not gonna. This jump is kind of scary, but we got it. We chillin'. Oh. And this piece of ice that I'm on right now is the exact piece that I was like, I'm not jumping to that because it scares me. Oh, we're fine. That sucks a little bit. Where am I? Okay. That is also something that I feel like, just because a lot of the colors are very similar, why can I not do that all of a sudden? But yeah, because a lot of the colors are similar when you're pressed up against the mountain, it's decently easy to lose track of where you are as a character. Just because of how it is. And something that you'll notice where I am right now, maybe not because there's no sound on it, but there's wind now. And if you look at the particles in the air, you can see which way the wind is going. And it just sort of turns off and turns on as it pleases. So I have to be a lot more careful and watchful with these jumps coming up. Just because the game never takes a break. And yeah, ice wall time. That's how it goes. But hey, at least I'm not at the bottom. Being at the ice wall feels so much better than being at the bottom. We love you, ice wall. It's the companion cube of this game for real. I feel like I can't even try to be sad at a fall like that, because that was like 300 feet, which is like taller than some of the base game mountain, or like the normal mountains, but it is still like in comparison. Gotta lurk for now, watching you stream. This is pretty fun though. Hell yeah. I hope you have a good time lurking. Any lurkers in the chat? No! Ice wall time. Just how the world works. We suffer. But at least we get to listen to cool music while it's happening. I'm honestly probably going to put on Risk of Rain after this, just because I have to vibe somehow. Also, reminder, sippies. 40 minutes into the stream and I haven't even had a single sip of anything. That's unhealthy. Usually I get harassed with the hydrate because I refuse to change it, but different tales today. Sorry, just taking a second. We love streaming. Where am I? Yeah. Oh, why did I not jump there? That sucks. Okay. Ice wall time! Yay! Us gamers love nothing more than seeing the same thing over and over again. It's why roguelikes are so cool. And arcade games. Cares about high scores. I love seeing the start screen. Oh, I'm at a weird angle for this. There we go. Then please, hard jump. No, I'm ass. I'm honestly shocked that I got it the first try. Like, this has kind of been a lot of my experience recently, is just starting over and over at where the ice wall is. Oh, I just realized that I don't have my sound to a point where I can see it, but that looks like I'm balanced enough, at least from my history. All right, boop. That jump right there is also pretty scary. It's about mastering the panic. You have to let yourself feel all the emotions and still act calmly anyway. It's the only way that you can do anything, because it's so hard to keep calm at all. I still don't know why some of my jumps there just don't get me high enough. I assume that I just have to like swing a little bit, but I'm not used to having to think, because most of the game is just stuff that I already know how to do. That's how you know it's good. It's honestly just an excuse to listen to music. We say that I'm trying to build my skill and get better, but it's all for the music. I also wonder if maybe in the future I should try to advertise more. Just like, because there's definitely a Peaks of Your Discord, and I know at least in the past some Discords are like, hey, it's totally okay if you want to advertise your stream. We love when people play video games. I know like the End is Nigh Discord server literally has like the first channel is just announcements for any single person ever playing the game on stream, which is like I kind of fuck with it. But it's also probably just because it is a less covered game that they're desperate for content. But I'm hoping I hit that same niche here. That's in my experience, that's the best way to like feel okay about streaming, or at least like feel confident about it. Whatever my arms are doing is not real. Okay. Wind moment. Okay. And the wind is towards the mountain, so we have to take this precious moment to actually we just kind of have to swing on this guy another time and hope that the wind doesn't change. And the wind totally did change, by the way. But we bear that cross. Oh, I'm okay. Oh, we're okay. And I will tell you when the wind turns off, it's about to. Oh. That was kind of brave. Whoop. There we go. Sorry, this is intense. I'm sure you understand. Oh, and the wind is away from the mountain, so I really don't want to make this jump right now. Come on, wind. Change. Change what you are. Change what you're doing. Okay. Okay. The wind should be off now. And now we get to experience true pain, which is these tiny little ice blocks that just are so kind to my existence. And so very fun to deal with. And actually not stressful at all, because that's just how it goes, but... Don't look at where I am on the rock. No, 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 not again, not again, not again, not again, no! Okay. This is not the ice wall, but it parodies it. And that sucks. That sucks. Okay, we're fine. But yeah, this is another area that I've spent a lot of time on. We made it to about 2600, and I have fallen at the very same spot a large amount. Why am I standing? It always feels wrong. So used to spending most of my time without that. And also just something to note while we are in the recovery period, this part still has wind. Like the wind section is based on your height in the mountain. And so since we fell, even though we're in a different area, I'm still like getting affected by the wind on my way up, which is something that I didn't notice for a while, and totally very truly messed up a lot of my runs, or a lot of my climbs up. Yeah, climbs with a B. That was a little risky, but it's... I feel like I've come to terms with having to take risks in this game. Sometimes you really want to go slow, and sometimes that's just not the way to make the game happen. Oh, that sucks. Oh, okay. I'm fine. I didn't panic at all. You panicked. Once again, the classic nervous laughter, but we get another new PB on camera. I would love to get a new total PB, but I just, knowing the part that's coming up next, I have no confidence. Like, none at all. Oh, I also should totally change the stream name, because if it's Solemn Tempest, then people might click on it more. There we go. There we go. New name, new me. Let's climb this shit. Yeah, and this is one of the ones where it's a really good skip. You're usually supposed to go down that path right there, But you can also kind of just do this, and we call that okay. And this part kind of looks hard, but it's really not all that bad, because it's a lot of area that is really close to each other. And just, like, because of the proximity, it's, like, even if I fall, like, there's all that ice below me to catch myself. Which is, like, one good thing about the ice, is that it is very good for recovery purposes, and, like, catching yourself. Even if there are a lot of downsides as well. And this part has, like, a truly spooky jump. Just ignore that I almost messed up that one right there, but... If we go here, we need to jump around this. Like, there is a hold up there that we have to go to. And I went too far, but that's fine, I caught myself, even if it was scary. Whew. Always spooky. Perpetually spooky. You're not playing the game right if you aren't scared. And trust me, my pants were pissed 20 minutes ago. Where am I? Holy shish. That was so risky. Why did I do that? That was terrible. Moronic behavior. Oh, man. So, this is the part that I was talking about earlier where a lot of the jumps in a row just send you straight down if you don't. There's that little bit of ice below us, but once you get beyond that point, it is really hard to recover. Like, really hard. Like, I don't even know if you can. I've fallen about 3-4 times from here, I think, and none of them were pretty. Just because it takes so much heart to get up this high. Like, this jump right here is pain, yeah. But it's not the worst because falling there doesn't kill me. Like, we're totally fine even past that. I just have to do a little quirky re-entry. And, like, we have another go at it. And just, like, for those who care, we made it up to 3,000 meters, and we fell about 300. So that's kind of why earlier I didn't bat an eye at a 300-meter fall. Just because, like, that was me falling right at the start of the section, and the game was merciful, and only sent me down 300 meters. Like, I got off lucky. That was risky once again, but that's just... I feel like that's kind of just how a lot of these jumps go, because it... Especially with no ropes at all. Oh yeah, I should put that in the title as well. There we go. The title is now excessively long and made to get viewers. Yay. Oh, I didn't mean to go all the way up here. That jump is so spooky. Okay. Why did I do that? Okay, we're fine. The fact that you need to calm down so much for this jump is kind of what gets to me. Because I'm so used to just kind of trying to be gung-ho because I don't want to let my spirits get dry by sinking down at all. And this time we aren't gonna go crazy. We are going to do the section closer to the intended way for the sake of all of my viewers' hearts and my own. Even though there's still some spooky jumps. But none quite as spooky as the one that I did the first time I got this far. Ugh. Why did I fall there? I'm kind of salty about that. Catch me, ice! Yay. But yeah, my PB, as I put in the title, is about 3,200 meters up, so we are getting close to it. But that icicle section is just so long; it's beyond what you could even see from the start of it. And also just like classic, okay, classic this type of game. You never even really know if you're gonna make it all the way up every try. What am I doing? That wasn't scary at all. I'm sorry, my tsundere side is coming out. I don't know why I'm just playing like a maniac. It's because I'm trying to talk the entire time as well. Oh my goodness. I was just fully confident. How far down am I being kicked? That kind of sucks. Okay. We're back at wind zone. That's a painful fall. But can't do anything about it. I'm already facing the consequences. Huh. I also think that this is the first time I've turned off my fan in my room since, like, the beginning of summer. So there's a lot of... I'm unused to how hot and spicy the streamer environment gets. It might seem like I'm all calm and relaxed, but it's all hot and spicy deep down below. The soundtrack is crazy, though. I mean, I know I'm the one that put it on and said that it was good, but... I think that the music that I chose is doing nothing but helping me. Man. Risky, but it paid off. And also, I feel like doing the risky stuff is always so tempting in this game. Because it's just like, if I do the risky stuff to the point that I'm good at it, then I can just be epic. And... why did that not stick? Why did that not stick? Okay, we're fucking back at wind zone again. I really feel like if the game just keeps on turning it up like this, I'm just gonna have some terrible falls. I really hope that there's not anything... There almost definitely is. But I really hope there's nothing at the very top that's like, hey, go down to the bottom, please. Because that would suck. I know that it probably is because it's a mountain. And I'm pretty sure... Oh my goodness. I'm pretty sure the top of the mountain is, like, bent over something. So, why did I not jump there? So I am almost certain that the last few jumps just kick you all the way down if you fail them. Which is kind of fine, kind of just like, oh my goodness. Just because of all of the amount of effort that it even takes to get close. Yeah. Why did I not jump there? I swear, sometimes the, like, leg jumps is... It feels really inconsistent because you have to be, like, pushed up or standing on a surface, or pushed up against or standing on the surface. So it's sort of like sometimes you think that you are, but then you ain't, and it sucks because I feel like being aware of your character is just a tad important. Why? Just a tad important. Just a little bit. And I know that like there are sound cues for it, and I can look down, but you never want to. Like, that's just... I feel like that's something in this game. You never want to look at where your feet are. It just doesn't feel right. I'd rather be facing ahead at progress. Oh. Alright. Stupid fucking chimney. Oh, man. We're fine. That wasn't even slightly close. Totally. Boop. You can almost definitely, like, skip to this icicle and be better, but I don't know it yet, and I still feel like I'm kind of a greenhorn in these parts. So I'm just not confident. I want to comment that I feel like there's something more there, but I don't know if I'm man enough to do it at the moment. Ugh. That was a really good jump, though. That's kind of what it feels like it always turns into, just because you have to be focused on self-improvement or the game is gonna drive you mad. That was not scary at all. I'm okay. So I'm almost always just gonna be like, oh wow, I did that single thing good, and try not to focus on the big picture. Because everybody knows that the big picture is the scariest one. Because how are you gonna see it all? That wasn't even anything smart. I kind of just wanted to say it. We love saying words. Okay. I feel like I have to try so hard for this jump. Like that one right there that I just did. It's what killed me last time. Or what made me fall. And I feel like the game will not hesitate to do that again to me. Although I don't think that any of the other jumps are quite as bad. That was really close. But like, I at least have some space to exist in this. There we go. Ugh. Then, yeah, sorry. Talking is really hard when you get to these points. Ugh. Okay. Let's go. I'm not scared, you're scared. Okay. I have enough room to leg jump. We send it. Nice. I honestly think we send it to that as well, but I gotta test the leg jump first. Yeah, cool. We love sending it. And then I think we're encroaching on my PB. I think it might be this jump right here that screwed me. Just cause, like, how, bro? Like, is there something that I was missing back over here, maybe? It does kind of go high up. Like, I don't know. Because there's stuff up there. And God knows I want to try it, but yeah, I don't know how doable that is. Definitely not with that jump. Okay, there's definitely something back a little bit that makes this a little bit easier. As sad as it is to backtrack. Yeah, we just need to do that instead. Which is kind of crazy that I'm sure that you can make that jump. It's just personally, I have no clue how. So it scares the bejeebus out of me. Alright, I've definitely seen this part of the climb that is in the wall. So I've definitely made it here before. But we are getting very close to the PB. Was it this jump that ruined me? I'd believe it. I mean, this is a scary one because you can bonk your head real easy there, but I'm happy that I did it. Okay. You never make it easy. Ooh. Hell yeah. In my opinion, this is a new PB, but I don't really know yet. Not quite. We are not quite there. But, like, we're so close. We're so close. I can taste it. I just need to climb that shit. I think I fucked up. Fuck. Please catch myself. Please be able to catch myself. Please be able to catch myself. Please be able to catch myself. Oh, that hurts. Oh, that hurts. I don't know if we're all the way down, but that hurts. That is not fun. Oh, catch myself, please. Okay, how far did I fall? 1,000,000,000,000 miles. Okay, no, it was closer to 700 feet, but that's still, you know? You gotta be mentally okay to play this game. Especially because the game fucking put me in windland again. Everybody hates wind. Wind and ice are the two worst things in any game. Except this one, kind of for ice. Just because usually ice sucks because it's slippery. And I know that my hand is covered in chalk right now. The chalk will not affect much of the gameplay. That was just me getting mad and hitting buttons. But I swear, the run is still trying to be put together. Like, see, none of these rocks even have timers on them. So, like, the chalk was totally okay. I panicked so bad there. Oh. It's kind of like, I don't know, my heart hurts. I don't know why I'm doing this. It worked. That was the world's most nervous laugh ever. Oh, I'm getting fucked by the wind. Oh my goodness, I'm getting fucked by myself. How am I alive? I'm just doing so many foolish maneuvers, and it's just working somehow. Everything is okay. Because I am somehow just good enough for that. So yeah, I think we made it almost there. I feel like that's about where we made it. And there's still so much, like, the path goes over there and further than you can see, and we still can't see the top yet. It's just oh so very difficult and unforgiving. We love you, video game. I hope that I get Stockholm Syndrome. Ooh wah. Oh. Oh. Every time the song stops for a second, I feel a little awkward, but that's probably just because it's been forever since I've streamed. Or at least like a good old proper thought up beforehand stream. Why did that not catch me? I'm okay. Please. Yay. Whole run turns into me just begging over and over for the holds to let me grab them. Alright, we're back at the stupid heckin' chimney. And, another reason that I'm also terrified of this is there is a thing with, all of the other mountains called cruxes that are just, like, portions of the game where it essentially just warns you that it's going to be really hard for a bit. And, we haven't run into one of those yet, which is terrifying because, like, with some of these jumps, what is the crux gonna be? And it's gonna be way high up. I'm not hopeful. I know that I'm gonna be able to overcome it, but the struggles in the meantime may be quite particularly intense. And maybe it would have been better if I just didn't call any notice to it at all, but I'm thinking about it, so... No! Oh, but I caught myself, but then I didn't trust it. Please? Okay. I am caught somewhere. Near the top. Okay, yeah, you can totally just skip that. Last hold. Alright. And now at a little over the hour mark for the stream, I am starting to feel some hand hurt. So that is just another layer of challenge that comes with it. It's just how the game be. Well. They really did such an excellent job at making every single jump the scariest one of my life. Please. I'm okay. Another nervous laugh. We love that. All my homies feel emotion. I don't know why I'm still fucking going for that. I really feel like I just shouldn't be. That was kind of a weird way to do the jump, but I wanted to try it out, and it worked really well. So now we're in stupid little icicle section again, which are just, it's so unforgiving. At least I feel like, so far, other than, like, just the struggle of finding my way through it, it's done a pretty good job of, like, being forgiving and having the hardest jumps kind of early on, like this bastard right here. Oh, I got it again. And then it's like, whacha. That was kind of intense. Sorry if I startled anybody there by being gamer. Is this just demanded of me? I don't remember this jump, but whatever. Ugh. They always feel so intense. And I'm just hanging here for a second to both give my hand a break and to give my in-game hand a break. Ugh. I feel like a lot of me kind of just wants to try going for that one. I feel like I can make it. Oh yeah. Then we need to go down a little bit lower so that we don't bonk our head. We still bonked our head, but everything was okay. Despite that. Despite the bonk. We are chilling. That's probably one of the best quotes of all time. Despite the bonk, we're chilling. Ugh. This one is perpetually scary. Oh no! Oh, okay, we're fine. I totally thought I threw there. I thought I threw bad. Oh, that might have been a throw as well. Nah. The icicle was big. We are forgiven. Ugh. It's so freaking scary. I'm sorry, my commentary has dwindled. It's just turned into me being super scared. But to be fair, we are 40 minutes into a climb. So I feel like it would take some next level ingenuity and brain power to keep that going. Or at least like to still talk about new things the entire time while making really hard jumps. Ugh. And it's also not like the game is unforgiving. There's a lot of times where you can very clearly see that like my pickaxe sticks into like the rock instead of the ice, or it's like slightly off of the ice or whatever. And that is sorry. That's very nice to feel, especially when you're like in a bit of a struggle and then the game is just like, "Hey, here, I did this for you." This part scares the crap out of me. Okay. We send it, I guess. Okay. I should have tested my leg jump to see if it would work that time. But I'm not gonna check yet because I'm... Oh, okay. I'm not gonna check yet because I'm stressing. But I believe that this is a new PB. I believe. I don't think that you can... Oh, you can? When you're at the very edge, you can. Maybe I just need to... Okay. I just hit the button out of habit there. And that was my best jump yet. Why can I not do it? Why can I not do it? I'm stressing so bad. I'm stressing so bad. Okay. Let's put our hammers all the way there. Yeah. We're okay. We can strategy through it. This is scary. I don't... Wow. Oh, okay. This is mind-numbingly scary. Like, I'm just so scared the entire freaking time. Oh. Alright. Whew. Okay, where now? There. That has a roof with very high chance of head bonk. Huh. Okay, what's this jump though? What's this jump though? How do you do this one though? Wait a second, game. How do you do that? Oh man. Oh boy. That's so freaking scary all the time, forever. Alright, how high are we? We've beaten it. New PB. This is a new PB run, guys. We're making progress. Even if it's slow and so scary. They spaced these like slightly too far apart to grab them, I think. Nah, that one's nice. A very kind one. Ugh. And then finally we're back to hands. But it's like, whoa, okay. Yeah? Yeah? You're really gonna do that to me? You're really... Oh my goodness. That's hard. That's so mean. The fact that it just doesn't even slightly slow down in difficulty there. And also, am I being forced all the way to the bottom? Is that what's happening? I'd prefer if that didn't happen. Looks like I can probably save myself here, but rough. It's always difficult. You're kidding. How far am I? That was almost bad. No, that's just... I've been kicked back to ice wall. Yeah. That was in a 1,000-meter fall. Just casually. Oh, man. I don't know. I feel like that was a decently severe shock to my morale, at least for the sitting. But nothing I can do but hold it. We got a new PB, and that's what matters. Even if talking is really hard all of a sudden. Another time for Sippy. I love being like, I'm gonna not talk for a second and take a drink, and then I also use that moment to stare over, and it's like, another viewer has entered the chat the second I stopped talking. It's beautiful. It's almost poetry. Oh. I definitely did not pay attention to what the wind was doing before I started jumping. I'm probably screwed here. Nah, we chillin'. Ugh. But I also fully understand any viewers because this game is epic. Like, I really like this game. And I don't remember it being too expensive. It is a bit. I think it's like $18, $19, but like you sure get your playtime out of it. Especially if you're going for the final stuff, like I have been so foolish to do. Oh. Let me out, please. Hiya. This part I think is actually really, really easy, and they just put it in so that you would get scared. I don't think that these, like, rocks that permanently make, like, that make the circle show up in the corner of the map, or of the screen, I don't think that they're that scary. I think they're just there to, like, put pressure on you by existing. I've never had my timer run out because of them. So it just feels like all they do is just be another stressor, which, like, they sure do that. I just am not very threatened by them. Especially just, like, because of the nature of the mountain, you kind of learn a lot of ways to go really fast. So it's like, especially on this final one, like, I'm gonna have the speed tech to deal with it. That's just, it's gonna be built into my character. That's just how I work now. But that's also, at least probably kind of thankful to earlier climbs and smaller mountains. Respect to my tiny boulders that take actually nothing to get up. I didn't do it this stream, but if you go back to the first mountain after a while of playing, you can kind of just jump up the entirety of it, just because of how much, like, good climbing tech the game demands you learn otherwise. And there's also, like, your leg jump gets upgraded when you make it to the final two. So, especially with that, it's just like, wow. Some of the early mountains are not that hard, and I believe a lot of the, like, individual level speedrun times are, like, seconds, like 15, 20. I feel like I just double jumped off of air right there. I'm probably just bigger than I think I am, but it felt to me like I double jumped there. In my heart, it was a double jump. Oh, okay. That's why you don't go for that jump, fellas. That's why you don't. This is rough. I think I'm all the way down. Or, not all the way down, but back to wind zone. We love wind. I think it's honestly kind of insulting that they put wind in this recovery spot. Because it's only here for if you fall. And it's just a little fuck you for if you're agitated from the fall. If your mind is not clear, then the wind will completely screw you. But I guess it's definitely intended, and I'm gonna assume that it's the game telling me to get good. And to be fair, I have definitely gotten better. It's just sometimes I want to climb, you know? Despite all of my eternal patience, there are still times where I want to play new parts of the video game. And that is a permanent curse of this, but I guess that's also just what makes it motivating. Because I stare at it and I'm like, man, I still got more than half the entire thing left. I better start performing, or else this is going to take a while. I mean, already just in the stream, this is over an hour of playtime, and I still got more in the tank. It might be super taxing, but like, I at least got a bit in me. I don't know if I have too many falls to the bottom left in me, but if we're just falling to that little recovery area over and over again, I think I can live with that. I think the stream can keep going. Which is always the intent. I mean, I know some Twitch viewers are like, ooh, yay, I love when streamer angry, I love loud noise, but that's not exactly how I want to play it. I want to at least have somewhat of a cool head for the majority of it. I totally get, like, getting upset because of a fall, because funny streamer moment, and also just because of the emotional investment, quite honestly. But I hope to move past it and become a better man. And not baby rage at funny video game. That truly would be the best case scenario. No baby rage. Adult rage is fine. I can go, like, beat up drywall or something. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? No, we're fine. That was probably close to being less than fine, but... Because I actually don't know... Oh, that was some really cool despawning. I don't know if anybody was paying close enough attention for that, but we saw it. We caught the game in 4K trying to save resources. Why am I like this? Okay. Why am I like this? No. Where am I? Who am I? Why am I allowed to, like, be up there for so long? Like, I had completely messed up, and the game just kind of let me hang out. Oh. Easy peasy. And then I messed up this part, maybe. Okay, cool. No, I still messed it up. Save me. Cool. I definitely feel like a huge talent that you can get in this game is just, like, having the 3D space awareness to remember where things are off screen. Just because so much of it is, like, staring at your guys' thick arms that a lot of the time when, especially when you're falling, it's kind of not necessary, but it helps so much to, like, have an extra layer of knowing where things are, because you're already, like, agitated. Oh my god, I suck. That was embarrassing. How far am I falling from this? This is hard. That hurts my feelings. That hurts my feelings. Okay. We've reached the slump of the stream. I can say it for sure. The progress is not coming as easy as it was before. And that's okay, but... Why did my pickaxe just not stick in at all? That didn't, like, affect me negatively at all. It was just weird. I know for a fact I was close enough. I know the pickaxes are kind of weird in that they required, like, momentum to stick into anything, but I feel like I was schmoovin'. It's not like I was sitting still and trying to get something far away. I was moving towards it. Maybe it was just a wind moment. There are a lot of those. Why? Okay. That was a very real why aren't my pickaxes going in moment. Just like me and your mom last night. Don't ask why my dick is pickaxe shaped. I didn't leg jump there, but it worked out. I definitely, like, panicked a lot on the inside because of it, but we're chilling. They also very treacherously put a lot of those lower holds in this specific area, not quite in the corner, so you can't just, like, because your hands are 3D objects, and to grab the stuff, they have to, like, be in the right area, so a lot of the holds are in corners, and so you're just kind of like, okay, I'm falling, I'm going to shove my hands in the corners and pray for the best. And they purposefully go against the game teaching you to trust the corners for your hand holds. Very adversely there. Because what is a video game if they don't throw everything you've learned in the trash every few levels? It's just like math class. That sucked. I'll be real. I was overly confident there. That's just a thing that happened, but I didn't pay too much of a price for it. Just less time getting to something new, and also falling again. Because for some reason this jump is inconsistent, and I don't exactly know why. There we go. Now, we go for a skip that we know we can make. Yay. Oh. Sorry. Conversation has definitely gotten a lot harder, but I hope that my gameplay makes up for some of it. Because this does have, like, the atmosphere of... I mean, it is definitely a speedrunner game, but even casually it has the sort of speedrun atmosphere of, like, game really hard, so I feel like you can't fault the streamer that much, but... I am also completely used to playing this game in near silence or in, like, Discord calls with not potentially anybody listening to it. Not like that's a big stressor, it's just different. What happens when you take a break? Oh, okay. Yeah, I just want to do that again, because it was cool. Why? No! It worked so good the first time. Please? Bro? Please? Bro? Anybody? No? Okay. Rough. I don't even know what to say, man. Like, I feel like it's gotten to a point where it's like, I've gone over the mountain, but I don't have enough brain power to, like, think up a story or a tale to tell or anything. Because it's still, in my mind, the game is still very hard to focus on and do the right inputs. Okay. I totally thought the game just made me fail that jump there for no reason. Would have been a certified wind moment. That's just what I'm gonna blame all of my mistakes on in this area. That's just how it goes. The area has wind, that's every ounce of mistake. See, that right there? Wind. Ugh. That was kind of a beefy fall, or at least, like, for as far as this area is considered, that was basically right as I was out of it. Because they love putting the hardest jump right at the end. That's just, I feel like it must give game devs, like, boners or something. Just to see people, oh my god, why did my legs not work? I swear, sometimes it's just RNG. It happened again. It happened again. I know for a fact that I'm hitting the button. Like, there has to be something about my spacing that I just don't understand at all. Because I'm most of the way there. I feel like I have a good handle on it, but then just every once in a while, it fucks up spectacularly. Ugh. Bro. Let me out of this hell. Let me out. That was kind of epic. The double spin around a rock into launch. Okay. Please, let me climb the mountain. That's all I desire. All I want is to be at the top. This song is crazy. I love random 80s... I think it's an 80s movie reference. I don't exactly know the year, but it's still just funny to hear in the middle of a song. Yeah, that jump feels so inconsistent. I was struggling to make... for just in case anybody watching doesn't know, when you're begging for uppies, it gives you a lot of momentum up, and you can do the same thing with your pickaxes, which is, like, it is a thing that I do, but it's just, it's better, like, it gives you more speed when you do it with your hands, and I was messing up that jump when I was doing it with my hands, and then I just casually strolled up and was like, I'm gonna pickaxe it, and it worked out perfectly fine. No consequences for my actions ever. Let's go. And as per usual, I always shit myself slightly for this jump. But we got it. Nice clean throw of myself. It does kind of just feel like a lot of the jumps are you yeeting yourself off into the abyss rather than climbing. Just because they're all, like, there's so many big falls on this mountain in comparison. Like, I'm used to, the base game has, like, if you fall, like, 50, 100 meters, then you're usually just, like, done and back at the start. And that's just not the case, and it's such a flip on its head moment. And I'm still not quite used to it yet, despite, I mean, like, we're definitely going to get to a point where I have more hours on this one mountain than the entire game. Like, that's just an irrefutable fact. But we're not quite there yet. I think it took me about 21 hours to just, like, beat the game. But we all know that beating the game isn't enough. We need to go all the way. Just like the Jacksepticeye song. I was gonna try and quote it, but then it hit me that I have no fucking clue what any of the words are in it, so that joke ends there. Here, have a random piece of knowledge that I have. Goodbye. That is it. This song is crazy. I feel so motivated to climb. It's been a minute since I've listened to the soundtrack, and it never disappoints. It's always so good. Even if this jump scares the crap out of me. This jump is nice and easy, and we just gotta remember to turn around. That was kind of cocky, but also, like, I feel like as long as you're jumping, like, parallel to the side of the icicles, it doesn't feel like it's that bad to do the super jumps and, like, get really high from it. It's just always, I'm worried that I'm gonna bonk my head and then just get launched off out into the openness and never be able to make it back up again. I definitely don't do a good job at, like, the mental gymnastics within myself to, like, talk myself up. But hey, I'm still performing. Like, this is, oh, okay. I almost stopped performing the second I said that. But I'm not doing terrible. Despite it all. We're almost back to the part where we stop using pickaxes. We're so close. And then I'm just gonna fall 1,000 meters again, and it's gonna be really funny and clippable. Actually, no, I just realized I'm not even slightly close. I still have a bunch of really scary jumps to make. I was just hyping myself up. Like, I still have probably, I don't know if I would say they're the hardest, but, like, the spookiest jumps. You almost definitely could see my hand shaking there, holding the mouse. That, I could not control it. Then, yeah, once again, we go all the way up. Then do that. Beautiful. Alright. Now please, Lord of Climbing, give me ease. Thank you. Yeah, and don't look down. But we're making progress. I believe that this album is over, so I'm gonna have to pause to go get good music on again. Actually, I can just do that right now. Because I care. We're just going to put on Risk of Rain. Where's the first one? There you go. Because the classic soundtrack is the best one. I also totally thought that we were done with Deadbolt. How much longer is in Deadbolt? We have 3 more songs. And then we'll be not free from Deadbolt, but no longer listening to it. Alright. I definitely paused at a spooky spot. Oh, I love banning people. How do I ban you? I genuinely don't remember. It's been so long. There we go. Banned. Beautiful. Alright. I forgot how spooky this part is. I know I've only been here once before, but, like, man. Oh, man, this jump. Like, That's just the fact that there's the low ceiling there is so scary. But I made it again. We have a 100% success rate with that jump despite how scary it feels. Which is a good sign, I think. Oh yeah, that one's close enough to just grab. I love not playing the game. Alright, we're about to break new PB. Just let me, like, think about this for a second. Because that's such a, like, hard jump to make. Like, how do you do that? Okay, epic. That jump sucks. Oh my goodness. Wow. They are not stopping. Oh my goodness. Somehow we did it. This is new PB. New territory. Completely fresh to me. We're making progress. And boy, does it feel nice. That sucks a little bit. That sucks a little bit. We're fine. We just always need to go for the stupidest, silliest trick jumps so that the actual, like, hard jumps... Oh, we're in wind again, by the way. This is now ice with wind because game design. Man. I also have not a single... I don't know if anything below me will catch me at all. No! The second I said that. Please, 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 please. Okay. I'm on something. We have a second to think. And we're back. It's not over. Oh, there's another corpse there. Rip homie. Like, I get it, though. Yeah, I think we just have to, like... we just need to be patient and wait for the good wind. Like, that's just kind of a necessity. Which, it's kind of hard to tell where it is. I believe that's good wind. And I still messed up a little bit because I'm on this ice block weird. Oh, man. Yeah, I actually don't feel anything anymore. This game has scared the last ounce of thought out of my brain. Oh my goodness. Or wind. Wind check. We need the wind check. I think the wind is fine. I can't tell. Yeah. Then the wind is still in the same spot, so we just go again. Okay, wind check. Are we out of wind? No, we're definitely still winding. And the wind is in the exact bad spot. Come on, wind. I really don't want to fall. I really don't want to fall, man. I don't feel like the wind is giving me a good cycle. It's not moving. It's just been perpetually... Oh, there's a bit to save yourself. There's a spot to save yourself. We're almost in, like, territory that's not completely unforgivable. This wind is the worst, though. I would love if it was nice to me. That's kind of better. Alright, this is the best it's been. Still same way. Ooh, we're fine. Okay, wind check. We're fine. Alright. This, like, demands good wind. I don't know how long it might take. Okay. We go for it. Oh, no. We're fine. We're actually so okay. Alright, let me... Ooh, we're almost at 3,500, folks. Progress is being made. It's still windy, by the way. I don't know if it'll ever stop being windy. I just have to make this? Wow. Can I jump? No. I just have to fling myself. That's rough. Wind, can you treat me nicer? Please. I'm so scared, man. Oh, okay. That sucks a bit. That sucks a bit. That doesn't suck the most. That sucks a bit, though. I'm so happy that I got to a spot where I can catch myself again. You have no clue how much that means inside of my heart. How do I get back onto the main course, though? I really hope it's not arduous. Because I could very much see a fall in the process of recovery ruining me. Because that's usually how these games go, is like, they give you a couple spots where it's okay, and if you fall to a spot where it's okay, and then you mess up from there, there's no hope, ever. That's usually how it is, and with that glance below, it definitely doesn't look like there's much, if anything, to catch me down there. Ugh. But alas, we're still trucking on. Despite how perpetually spooky this is. Ugh. It's just, like, these bigger jumps are just so scary because of the wind. Like, I went averse of the wind there, but I don't know if I should have. It feels like it was the wrong decision despite it sort of paying off a little bit. I feel like it needs to at least be slightly in my favor. Bare minimum. Cool. Alright. Wind be nice. Oh, no, you don't just have to fling yourself. Okay. There's more game. I could definitely fling myself from here, though. Cool. No PB. Just waiting for the moments where it feels impossible to say new PB. It's gonna happen, but I'm honestly kind of, like, just so stoked at the amount of progress that we're making. Where do I go from here, though? Yeah, like, where? Oh, that's a fun jump. That's not a hard jump, but, like, that's... I could totally see that psyching some people out. That wasn't weird or sketch or scary. None of the three. That was rough, though. I don't know how far we're falling. It looks like we're able to catch ourselves. Yeah, okay. That was a rough one, though. I'm honestly... I'm really happy with the progress I've made today, though. Even already. This is under 2 hours, and we're semi-consistently breaking the PB, even if it's only by really small margins. It has still, like, happened somewhat consistently. Alright. Not a scary jump at all. That's just how it is. None of the jumps are scary, actually. Once you think about it, it's nothing. For real. Just don't look down. Do gotta say, like, my palms are heavy. Not in a reference kind of way. But just, like, I know that it doesn't advertise itself as that, nor does it try to do it. But I feel like this game is making me squish my mouse into oblivion. Not, like, on purpose, just because it's so scary. Like, I don't want to fall at all, and it feels like gripping harder will somehow make my character hold on tighter, even though that's not the case at all. It's just a gut feeling of mine. Okay, wind, be nicer. You know what, whatever. We go. We need progress, not safety. Except maybe on this jump. I have no clue which way the wind's going. Oh, it was actually going exactly the way that I wanted to go. That's really nice. I feel like that is a rare thing. Okay. Treat me kindly. Treat me kindly. Nice little skip. I feel like recovery was really fast there. Like, having the little spot below us is really nice. I know that it's gonna get less forgiving the further I get on, but it feels very quite nice right now. Just ignore that that happened. Wow. That's so... Like, you just fall and you're back. Not in a painful way, just... I'm so used to trying desperately to claw out for anything that might help me. And that is just not the way that this part works. All of the jumps are just, if you fall, you're back to the start. Or, I mean, back to the start of the area, minimum. And I'm sure when you get, like, near the edge of that area, you're able to fall to the bottom relatively easily. Because why else would you have a big fall? If not to make people rage and down at the bottom. Not that I think this game was intended to be rageful. I feel like that's just kind of what happens when you make a game unforgiving. This sucks. Okay. There's also a lot of just, like, quick, on-the-fly judgments that you gotta make. Which I think, personally, is really fun, being stranded in the middle of the air, not exactly sure what you're supposed to do. It's great, great fun. That wasn't close at all. For some reason, that jump didn't stress me out at all, even though it was supremely close. It just felt okay in my brain. This might be a fall. No. It is a bit of a climb up, but we caught the icicle, which is what matters. Okay. Ugh. I'm not stressed, you're stressed. I don't know how necessary those are. Wow, this is really cool song. Why would you end like that? Who signed off on that? I'm sure that it's probably for, like, in-game immersion reasons, but it just felt kind of weird. You can also definitely just climb up that. Does it help me? Does being up here help me? It's a higher altitude. Number go up. You cannot stand here. Oh, yes, you can. Okay. Now, how do I reintegrate? It looks like that hold is my play. Nice. This is rough. Just like, man, no forgiveness. Ooh, we're chilling. I'm so happy that I could just reach that. Any amount of movement that you can get by just reaching instead of launching yourself, it feels so nice, because the spots where you are allowed to do that become so rare. Okay, I can't like jump there, so off we send it. Nice. We're still facing wind, but I feel like I can make this. And that feeling was correct. That kind of sucks. What do you do there? I really hope there's some handholds that are hidden on the other side. Because otherwise, like, making this jump... I gotta ban somebody again. I know the inputs now, so you get banned faster. I only grow stronger with time. Yeah, this jump sucks, though. What do I do? Like... Do I just have to jump from here and just, like, send it? I feel like that might be the case. Yep. Of course. No luxury for the player, ever. And, okay, it looks like the wind stopped, which is either really nice or the scariest thing ever. Only time will tell. Another big jump. Another big jump. This is just big jump after big jump after big jump. Okay, and then I can leg off of that, so off we trot. And then we go over here. Sometimes it really is just hard to See, because of all of this shit. Huh. Sorry. Existence. It's always hard. I do feel kind of pog-worthy, though. Like, I know I'm already affiliate, but I think the process to become an affiliate is so ingrained in my mind that seeing 3 viewers for any long amount of time just makes me really happy. So, just want to say again, thank you all for showing up. Does mean a lot. Oh, okay. That kind of shocks, but that's not the worst. It's just the game is so good at being scary. The game is so good at being scary. See? Like, that right there was so spooky. And now it is demanded that I do these pieces of shite again. At least there's no wind. If there was wind in these tiny little holds, I don't know if I could make it. Okay. I'm gonna go up a little bit calmer for a second. I wonder what looking down feels like. Oh yeah, that's terrifying. Looks like nothing saves us if we fall. I really thought I was gonna mess up again, like I usually do when I bring attention to how spooky it's gonna be. Okay. That's kind of rough. That's rough. That's really sad. I don't know how far I'm falling. This might be all the way down. If this is all the way down, I cannot confirm nor deny if I will end the stream. Because yeah, that's that missed. I feel like I'm all the way down. I feel like that was the entire thing gone. Which was an hour and a half of attempt. We did PB. That is something to be said. Wow, though. Wow. That's easily the biggest fall that I've ever taken in this game. I mean, I know it is because PB, but like, you in the other spots, like with the ice wall, you always catch yourself. It's not just like, you're all the way off the side and falling sends you all the way back down. That is rough. That's so rough. Ugh. 3,800. Oh boy. I think I'm gonna go do something else for a little bit. But that is a new PB. We're at 3,800. So, I'm just gonna go do a couple easy climbs and then call it a day, cause that stole my motivation. Gosh, all the way down. If I had like more time than just a single hour, I'd be like, yeah, let's send it again. But that getting up there took like an hour and 20 minutes, and I don't have another hour and 20 minutes, so we get to go do something else, which I want to do some of the bouldering just to see how better I am, because the bouldering takes away your leg jump, which since it's so ingrained in me to go for the super extreme long jumps, I am so used to doing that. So I wonder if I am, like, cool and good at stuff like this without it. Which looks like I already messed up, but, I mean, hey. This is, I do think, really hard. Like, yeah, I remember this being the very first time where the game, like, fully forces you to confront these slippery blocks. And it truly is just a unique experience. Just because of how they work. And I do think that, like, they can variable how slippery it is, and I feel like these two right here are slippier than average. Just, like, from the feeling of doing other ones, you know? That's kind of funny how many times I grabbed that single rock. Okay, please, something else. No! That was close, though. We sure are making our way. And it's also, like, I feel, like, kind of embarrassed that I'm messing this up, but not, like, fully. Just because it's so out of the wheelhouse, you know? Like, I don't have to worry about ice. I don't have to worry about the leg jump at all. Ugh. There we go. And the rest of this should be easy peasy. I don't even know where I go from here. I just tried to leg jump. I don't know, where do you go from there? Oh, it's that. It was, I literally was on the last jump. Alright, please. I want to win. I want to feel good for once in my life. I need my video game dubs so that I can feel good and whole as a person. You don't get it. It's all that keeps me together. I don't think this mountain is listening to reasoning. It feels kind of judgy. I love being like, let's do the hardest climb, and then go do something easier to feel nice, and then I fuck up a billion times in a row. I just had to choose one that has a really rough start. But at least it, like, feels good. I'm having a fun time, which is, like, 100% of what matters, even if I am just gonna head out after this. It has to happen. It has to happen. I've done it before. I've done it before. And under technically worse condition. Because you might see sometimes that when I look down, I have that golden pipe. And as a reward for doing time trials, I believe it is, the game blesses you with the golden pipe that just makes you better. But that's it. Definitely a worse time than I've done before, but whatever. I did a climb. Let's go. Just ignore how short it is. Just don't look at how short my mountain is. Okay. Just for my own sake of happiness, I'm gonna go jump up the very first mountain, and then I'm gonna end the stream. Just because it feels good. It makes me happy. It makes life feel worth living to conquer what was once hard. Yeah, this is the very first map, and it doesn't tell you anything about, like, the controls at all, so you don't know that space will lift you, so you're supposed to do it like this without knowing any of the controls at all, and not doing barely a single thing, but it's still oh so very hard. And it's honestly kind of fun to restrict myself. Like, I still did it first try, but, you know, I'm gonna jump right up it. Don't look now, but my best time is totally under a single second. Because you can very, very easily just go... Like, yeah, there I lost time because I got too high. And it was still less than 3 seconds. But yeah, I think I'm gonna call it. It was fun. I'm definitely going to stream this again. So I don't know if any of the viewers are new people, but it's gonna happen. It's real. That's crazy. It says I have 3 viewers, but users in chat, there's 2. Okay, sorry. Useless knowledge. Farewell. Thanks for watching.